What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. A few days ago I posted a tips and tricks video on Kazuya's new Big Boy Season 3 staple combo, which was triple electric back to 1 into Ender of Choice. That video helped a lot of people, I was happy to see that. And I also saw in the comment section that someone wanted to see how do I do 4 electrics into back to 1? So it could be interesting to talk a little bit about that. But of course, with a lot of work, I think anyone out there can staple 3 electrics into back to 1. It's probably the hardest staple in the game, I think. Well, there are a lot of difficult staples. It's one of the hardest staples. Really cool looking. I really like this buff for Season 3 Kazuya. I mean, I love doing electrics. One of my trademarks is doing multiple electrics. So suddenly being able to staple that into a bound is a very welcome buff indeed. But what I'm trying to say is that anyone can probably learn to do this. But as soon as we talk 4 electrics into back to 1, that's never really going to be a reliable staple for anyone. It's just so hard to do. And you will see why when I start explaining it. There's a lot of things that have to go right. It's very different from doing 3 electrics into back to 1. So that's maybe something for you like die-hard Kazuya enthusiasts, or maybe people who like to do combo videos. You'll see me do it once in a while in ranked, but that's after I've been playing for like half an hour in a very dedicated Kazuya session where I'm super warmed up. I might go for it, but it's very hard. So let's try and just demonstrate the techniques. Oh. So I'm just doing the normal staple now. Bam, 72 damage if they are all electrics. No. Now, there we go. Spaced it properly. 80 damage if they are all electrics. Very, very hard to do. But if you're interested in this, I'm now going to explain how to do it. Again, if you're unfamiliar with the electric and its variations, please watch my electric guide. You can find it on YouTube. It is called 4xEWGF Ultimate Guide, and the variations I'm about to tell you about, they are explained in that video. So just like the normal staple, you start by doing 2 electrics. These don't have to be perfect electrics, you can just do normal electrics, preferably as quickly as possible, so you have as much time as possible to space the 3rd electric. The 3rd electric is a deep dash electric, so that's DDEWGF. And how this works is that you'll do a forward dash and just hold forward, tap, hold forward. And then as soon as they drop to the ground, you convert that forward dash that you're holding into an electric. So forward dash, hold forward, electric, as soon as they hit the ground. So that's what that looks like. So this ensures that I pick him up as late as possible and I'm as close to him as possible. If this is done properly, he will bounce up again, it will combo, and he will be very, very close to you. This has to be done precisely for this combo. When you're doing the normal staple, you can fuck this up a little bit. But when you want to do 4 electrics, you have to get that refloat that is as close as possible, like so. Now, when you've managed to do this part, you have to do a 4th electric now, and this will be a normal dash electric. You cannot micro dash this electric, and that's doing a forward dash as quickly as possible into an electric, just super fast. If you do that, the back to 1 will never ever connect. Here you have to do a very precise distance forward dash electric. Not too fast, not too slow. It's quite precise. But it's not too bad. You'll quickly get muscle memory for this if you just practice it a lot. But it has to be a very specific distance. There we go. That was very proper. As you can see, after the 4th electric connects, if I spaced it properly, Paul is still very close to me. And now you're going to do the back to 1. And just like with the normal staple, the back 2 is pressed first, and then when that connects, you add the 1. But this is more of a delay. You don't have to hit confirm this. Just delay the 1 a little bit, and the back 2 on its own will have a bigger hitbox. But contrary to the staple, you have to micro dash the back to 1. On the staple, you just do back to 1. Now you have to, just like in Jin's $100 combo, the back 3 there, you have to very quickly do a micro dash into back 2. And this is done so fast that you can't really see the dash. So this is me doing a normal dash into back 2. Oh, Jesus. You can see, you can see a forward dash, right? But with a micro dash it looks like this. But you can hear on the input also that I'm pressing forward, forward, back 2 as quickly as I can. Right, like so. So that is what you do. So again, electric, electric, deep dash electric, properly done, and then a dash electric wind God Fist, boom, not too short, not too long, and then a micro dash back to 1. And you should get this. And then I'm just gonna show the damage here. Yeah, I fucked up one of the electrics, but yeah, it does absurd damage. Fucked it up. Okay, 106. Record for YouTube. It will be. How does it go? Record for YouTube. It will be fun, they said. Well, not always. Well, 106 damage if we do the proper perfect electric combo. I also wanted to show you guys the 5 electric back to 1 variation. And this is. It's just a fun thing. I will not be able to demonstrate it. I've done it once and it took me 60 minutes. But it's just to know that it works. It is incredibly cool. I think only a few people have done it worldwide. I know I've done it. Shrimbu from Saudi Arabia, I think he is from. He was the first one to do it. And then there are like 1 or 2 more that have done it, maybe 2 more, but it's really hard, but just know that it works. And the way you do it is you do it versus Miguel, from slightly from the right. You take a small step towards the right before initiating it, and here you do electric short. This is going to be so complicated, but you do electric and then a short dash, micro dash electric, as quickly as possible, and then you do a super fast electric, preferably a perfect electric, but it doesn't have to be, but it has to be at least 14 frames. Boom. This will ensure that Miguel eats 3 electrics and still is very high up from the ground. So you see, this is completely different from the starter of 3 and 4. Where we let them drop to the ground for the 3rd one. So here we keep them as high up as possible, and the second micro dash electric makes it so that the opponent sticks very close to us. This is a classic setup for combo video. 1 million electric juggles ever since Tekken 5. People have been doing this. Oh, me and some other people. And now, after that, you have to do a deep dash electric into a dash electric into micro dash back to 1. That's how you do 5 electrics into bound. From slightly sidestep right when you start. I will not be able to land this. It is almost impossible to do, even with incredible execution. But I can show sort of what it looks like. Oh. Oh. So far away. You see how far away I am? That was reasonably close. Oh, that was a good attempt. I'm just trying to show good attempts at least. It's very hard, but if you land that, no, sorry, if you land 4 electrics into back to 1, give yourself a pat on the back. You've done something incredible. If you land 5 electrics into back to 1, contact me. But yeah, I hope this helped. I hope you understand the electric chains a tad more. Sorry for all the fuck ups during the video. This was done without warm up. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have a lovely day. Take care.